what's up? It's Nick Giuliano. We are backstage right now, House of Blues, Boston, with Khalid.
What's up, guys?
Good to see you.
Good to see you again, bro.
So big show tonight in Boston. We're going to talk about the tour, but first I want to talk about Young, Dumb, and Broke, playing it all the time.
Oh, yeah. Thank you.
So I want to first talk about how this song came about.
So the song, I actually wrote it after I graduated high school. I kind of cheated a little bit. But I was reminiscing about my high school experience and just how much fun I had. And I was really thinking about El Paso. I'm like, wow, I miss it, you know? And I kind of took Young, Dumb, and Broke, not necessarily as a compliment, but just a form of honesty. The whole album for me was definitely, you know, self-acceptance and me realizing who I was as an individual. I was like, wow, you know, I'm young, I'm dumb, and I'm broke. But I have so much love to give, you know? Even if I cut corners, you know, I have so much of myself to give to others. And so I wrote the song based off of that. And it's doing so well now. I didn't expect it to do that well, especially off of the success of Location. But I love the song so much. And before I released it, it was one of my favorite songs off of the album.
Well, we're getting good reception on radio, also online, man.
Ooh.
How about this music video?
Oh,
5 days, over 4 million hits. How does that feel?
I know. It's crazy, but the good thing about the video is all of my friends, or at least most of my friends, are a part of the whole video. So every time I watch it, I could watch it over and over and over again because I can relive the moments that we had. The water gun fight at the end of the video was real. It was real water, of course. But I was really trying to attack everybody. I was like, you know what? You're getting wet. You're getting wet. And having, you know, people who I watched growing up, you have Kel, you have Mr. Belding, you know, you have Wayne Brady and others. And like, I think that's just so insane, the fact that they were actually fans of my music.
Yeah,
you know?
I wanted to ask you about that. I mean, the concept and the cameos, did you come up with that, or was it a collaborative effort?
I came up with it because, I mean, I was born in '98. I didn't really live much of the 90s, but I feel like every 19-year-old kid always goes, I wish I could live through the 90s, you know, because that's what I grew up watching. My mom grew up through the 90s, you know. She introduced me to a lot of the shows that I didn't really, you know, have the opportunity to watch. And so I wanted to give back, and I wanted that sense of nostalgia. Also to deal with the fact that, hey, I'm looking back at high school. I'm not in high school anymore. I'm 19. Even though people look at my beard and they think I'm like 25, I'm like, no, I'm 19 years old. You know, and so I wanted that to come across, that it's a daydream. I'm being nostalgic. I'm looking back. Whoa, look, there's Wayne Brady. Whoa, look, there's Kel. You know, I just wanted a feel-good video, and I'm so glad that everybody a part of it, especially my friends, you know, allowed that to happen.
Well, a big 2017 for this guy. We're going to talk more about music and touring, but I have to ask you about this MTV Video Music Award nomination.
Yes.
Best New Artist. How cool is that?
Super cool. I'm nervous. I'm very
Why?
nervous. I mean, because I'm being put against artists who inspire me. And I think it's a great feeling. I love SZA. Her new album is absolutely amazing. I can't stop listening to it. And I mean, it's one of my first award shows. I'm super new to this. So award shows do make me a little nervous.
When you first found out about the nomination, what was your reaction?
I was ecstatic. I was actually around my mom. You know, it was my off day in El Paso, Texas. I took my mom out to eat for her birthday. Her birthday was the day before. And she was super excited for me. We were just talking about it. And it's crazy, like, just thinking of an award show that I grew up watching. Now I'm a part of it. And now my fans are going to watch with me. And it's a growing process. I mean, this is the first of many, so yeah. This is going to be great.
Well, best of luck to that. Let's get back to music. The success of American Teen has been huge all year, and now that spawned this tour that you're on right now. So what's it been like touring?
Touring is great. My favorite thing about tour has to be meeting fans after the tour, talking to everybody, and I always ask them, I'm like, what is your favorite song off the album? You know, I love constructive criticism, especially from people who listen to me or who travel 6 hours just to have a conversation with me. And they all give me mixed answers, which is great. And that means I did my job right. You know, there's not one standout record that everyone loves. They're like, I love this, or they're like, I can't pick, you know? And I think that's so awesome. I love going to all these different cities, you know, learning more about the culture of these cities, you know, eating tons of food from these cities, of course. And I'm bringing my friends along with me. I have 5 friends with me on tour. You know, one actually just left, so four friends. And they're learning a lot about my job and what I do and how I connect with people. and they're learning a lot. They haven't even been to any of these cities. This is their first time in probably Boston. All of my friends' first time in Boston, and so it's just really great.
We talked about the success of Young, Dumb, and Broke location, which you mentioned. In 10 months has 94 million views.
Yeah,
on YouTube.
I know, crazy.
So how about 100 million views on one video in a year? What's that feel like?
It's insane.
Right? Think about that, 100 million views.
It's insane, and not even just a regular video. My first video, and a video that I shot fresh out of high school, literally right after graduation. All of my friends, we had this big pool party, and we had cameras going, and we're over here shooting this video. And you know, I look back, I look at all the friends, and I'm like, wow, it's insane to go from that high school mentality where I'm pen tapping on a table, you know, to now I'm making music professionally, and there's tons, and there's almost 100 million people who are watching my life, and more, who are singing the words to every single song. It's great.
We're wrapping up here with Khalid. On the music tip, 2 more songs I want to ask you about that are collaborative. The first one is this Logic record with Alessia Cara, 1-800, huge right now. How did that whole collaboration come about?
I'm a really big fan of Logic, and we had followed each other on social media, and I had messaged him, and I had told him, I expressed my gratitude because he followed me. I was like, wow, you know, I mean, I'm 19. Things like that excite me. So I'm like, wow, no way. And then we made plans to hang out. We hung out with each other. I actually played him my album before it came out. He played me his album before his came out. And, you know, he told me that he kind of needed one finishing touch of the album before it was complete, and that was the record. He asked me if I wanted to be a part of the record, and I said yes, because, I mean, I have friends, you know, and I know people, and I have a lot of fans who deal with mental illness and who don't have a voice and who want someone to speak up for them. And, you know, it really touched me. It's really close to me. And writing the record it was very emotional, you know, practically breaking down behind the microphone when I'm singing the record. But it was needed, and I needed to express myself of how I probably felt before, how my fans have felt before, and how my friends have felt before. And the record is just such a beautiful song.
And then on the total opposite side, we have the Calvin Harris song, The Future, which is a summer banger right now. So
thank
how did
you.
this one come about?
Same way,
thing.
Twitter.
Social media.
Social media is the
Any
social media is
out
the
there,
thing.
get at this guy.
Just tweet me. I'll hop in the studio, no problem. But yeah, I was really nervous to meet Calvin, you know, because I'm a huge fan. I lived overseas in Germany for almost 7 years. That's all I listened to, you know. And meeting him, he was super nice. We were both honest, and we both respected each other's art and craft. And he actually had sent me a song before Roland, and I turned it down. I told him, you know, I was like, if I want to make a song, I want to make sure I give you the best song that I possibly can. Roland came into the picture. Literally 2 days after I heard the beat, I was in the studio with him, sitting on his couch in his big ass house, and you know, I recorded the song, and I love the song so much. It's actually one of my favorite songs I've ever written, and it's doing so well too. And he's awesome. So definitely congratulations to Calvin.
We'll have fun here tonight in New England. Congratulations on the tour and the record, and best of luck at the VMAs.
Thank you so much. I appreciate that.
Good.
Awesome.
Dude, that's sick. You have to pull out any info from you. I love it.
No problem.
Sometimes we do these and it's like yes, no, and then we're out of here.